comes Houston. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try to put points on the board.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now it's Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. But now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jordan Thomas, 34 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. To throw, Cousins. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Good set. 19.
54 Mike. So we got man.
31.
What? 54.
59.
54. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Now a first down throw. Watson escaping the pressure right. To the right side, complete to Miller. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Let's go.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still active.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now Watson, forced out to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a third and goal.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, and the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Throwing, Cousins. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down.
I'm just chuckling a little bit because I remember my days playing. And if I had a receiver that was 3 inches taller than me and couldn't complete that play, my confidence was really going to rise at that point. I was going to feel really good about myself if I could let him know it, too.
Man, that's the difference between those two guys. 3 inches of height, but, hey, good job defensively to break it free. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
After the interception, here's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Watson now to throw. Throw left side, complete to QT. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, 48 yards. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's Watson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Kentrell Brothers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Switch gears. Off.
Watson going deep for Hopkins. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And some room to roam now. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. As we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they got it here. 1st and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And an alley to run. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. They'll throw again. Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall.
Reset. 188. 155. Check 99. 9 go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Let's go, D.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one.